Breaking news today. Putin honors Kadyrov's family by bestowing the Order of Honor on Kadyrov's mother. Russian President Vladimir Putin presented Aymani Kadyrova, the mother of Chechen President Ramzan Kadyrov, with the Order of Honor on Wednesday during a ceremony in the Kremlin. Aymani Kadyrova, a public figure and philanthropist, has spent her entire life helping others. Putin has said, she is in charge of the Ahmad Kadyrov Foundation. In October of 2022, a decree was signed officially bestowing the order upon Kadyrova. She was awarded the Orders of Friendship by the leaders of the self-declared People's Republics of Donetsk and Luhansk in the same month. Aymani Kadyrova, 69, is a multi-awarded, multi-titled leader. She has been awarded the title of Honored Human Rights Defender of Chechnya, the Medal of the Russian National Guard, the Order of Ahmad Kadyrov, the Medal of Maternal Glory, the Merit Badge for Beneficence, and the Medal of the Russian National Guard. Kamzat Kadyrov, Ramzan Kadyrov's 26-year-old nephew, was earlier presented with the Order of Merit for the Fatherland, second degree, by Vladimir Putin. Ramzan Kadyrov claimed on his own in December that Putin had awarded him the Order of Alexander Nevsky. The Chechen leader was awarded the third-class Order of Merit to the Fatherland, for his great contribution to the socio-economic development of the region and many years of conscientious work, in September 2021. The honor of Heroic Mother was bestowed upon Medny, Kadyrov's wife. For her enormous contribution to the development of the medical field, Kutma Kadyrov, Kadyrov's 20-year-old daughter, was honored with the Order of Ahmad Kadyrov. A report on social cohesion was presented by Russian analysts at this summer's St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. The report predicted that a sharp drop in employment and a decline in faith in the authorities could weaken Vladimir Putin's regime. They argued that the regime could not survive without the public having faith in the government's explanations of events. Former Russian intelligence officer Andrei Bezrukov, who authored the analysis, argued that tensions could have arisen had the government not announced a partial mobilization for its war in Ukraine in September. The high pain tolerance of the Russian people, which allows them to ignore even extremely stressful situations, aided the Kremlin at the time, he said. Russians have gotten used to having zero say in national politics over the course of several decades. People are powerless to effect change because of the lack of fair elections and an impartial judiciary. The result is a condition known as learned helplessness, in which victims become passive and accept whatever action the authorities take, even if they don't agree with it. There's a sense that something bad is about to happen alongside this. This danger exists within Russia's borders, and the average citizen has become wholly reliant on the state because there is no legitimate means of self-defense. According to a 2019 sociological survey, Russians fear the arbitrary nature of authorities more than death itself, and the only way to protect oneself from this is to maintain loyalty or develop personal, contractual relations with government representatives. Propaganda is used to keep up the sham that there is an external threat to the country. As a result, Russian society has become accustomed, since 2014, to the idea that it is a besieged fortress under constant attack from the West and the neighboring Ukraine. Putin has consistently portrayed himself as Russia's last line of defense against foreign aggression, and the majority of Russians agree with him. They consider him indispensable to the survival of Russia, despite widespread mistrust of government intrusion into personal affairs. Cultivating this external threat distorts reality, leading Russians to believe that other countries not only threaten but also hope to destroy their country. The propaganda emphasizes the fact that the enemy is always ready to resort to nuclear and biological weapons no matter what Moscow does in this existential war. Such a worldview serves two purposes. First, it fosters the requisite amount of anti-Western sentiment and sense of impending danger. Second, it normalizes abnormal things in the minds of its adherents. Russians have become so accustomed to this aggressive, militarized world that they believe the West shares their worldview and cannot fathom a different reality. Historical precedent for the view that a stable government is essential to a nation's sense of self has contributed to the widespread worry that political unrest could result in the loss of statehood. People learn to have faith in the state and its leadership in times of crisis. A failure to act as a protector, recent drone strikes in Moscow and elsewhere in Russia play on this, and a sharp increase in its interference in daily life therefore pose the greatest threat to the Putin regime. For instance, during the coronavirus pandemic, previously supportive groups voiced harsh criticism of the government's response.